HDMI wireless to with the high with Hollywood. Hey everybody, this is Johnny. We're here at MDI. Today we're going to do a quick review about the AndyCine new 2200 nit brightness, ultra brightness monitor, which is the C7, 7-inch monitor. Here you're seeing here. So unlike any other previous monitor from AndyCine, they've been producing really good high quality monitors. This one, however, is really good in the sense of for outdoor. That's why we're going out here today on a sunny day. So you can see that I am squinting my eyes while that thing can see everything clearly for framing and whatever you need it for. So with the different type of monitor from AndyCine, they all touch screen. They all are pretty intuitive. Have a 3D LUT import that you can actually use it with the Blackmagic Pocket 4K and other kind of monitors, like the GF5 that when you shoot in a Vlog or a HLG. Other than that, the majority of the functionality is the same. You have a power button here instead of the top here. The connector for the HDMI cables is in the bottom instead of it used to be in the smaller monitor on the side. All right, so on the back of this monitor, the C7, you have parts for 2 batteries. This way you can use 2 batteries, then you can actually help feed the battery power out to your monitor, additional cameras, or you can use other thing else to connect to it. So you can actually feed power through the monitors to other devices. So that's a pretty cool feature. And then you have HDMI in, you have HDMI out there, so you have additional monitors. Or let's say that if you want to shoot out to have a wireless connection to a director of producer's monitor, you can actually have the HDMI out to a wireless transmitter, and this way you can get throughout. One of them you can use like the Hollyland Mars 300 or the new version they have, or you can use the Cine to go to the tablets, and so this way you can use fairly simply. The cool part of it is definitely is the monitor. You can see we have a very sunny day. It's 1:27 p.m. in Cleveland, Ohio, on a very sunny, bright day, and you can probably see it still. And we're going to probably move the camera a little bit closer so you can check it out better. We're actually also shooting this whole thing using the new series 35mm anamorphic lens, which coming out on August 3rd. So check out the description below for the link to the Indiegogo link for it. And the price for the lens is $599, which is really cheap for an anamorphic lens that can work with the Micro Four Thirds cameras or the Sony cameras, as well as there are other different cameras through a adapter rings that you can purchase separately and then change them through. All right, so in the front of the monitor for this one is the AndyCine C7. Like the other older versions of it, like the A6 Plus or the A6, you can actually go in the right side of the monitor, go up and down. You control the volume. At this point, usually I like to keep it in 0. On the left side of the monitor screen, you can go up and down. That control the brightness, or you can predefine inside the custom settings that you can actually decide how you want to do that. You can use it for backlighting and so on. Double tapping the screen, you have the different options, just like the other older version, the previous models, like the A7S Plus, AS Plus, A6 Plus. The first one, you had the focus control, focus, zebra control, monochrome, false color, so on. The second one, you have the framing system for it. The third one, you can flip the monitors. The fourth one, you have the different waveform, which is kind of different compared to the other. Because you have a bigger screen, you can select all wave. What's going to happen is, now you have the different waveforms on the screen, including the visual. So that's actually a cool feature that you can use to make sure your framing and exposure are all correctly set. We go back in there again, and then you can also set up for individually speaking. And finally, the next screen, you have the RGB, where actually you can also import the LUT importing for different settings. They can program there. And finally, you have the setting for the menu setting and so on. And that's very basic. Now in the bottom part here, where you scroll up, you have the quick access menu, which basically you can set this up by connecting, go to the setting into in the custom, and then decide which one you want to use for what. For example, right now I have here a safety margin on, which one for it for this design for it. If you want to shoot in letterbox, you can do a safety margin for letterbox 235.1, and that will give you a little yellow bar that you know that everything within that area will be framed for that perspective. Or you can go to turn that off. We can go to center marker, which I hardly use very much, so we can keep that off. The other thing I use a lot would be the force color. Force color, make sure that you have proper exposure and you don't make have it too bright or too dark, which is kind of cool. So overall, I definitely like this monitor. It does a really great job of keeping visually available for me to use. So I can see my shot on a sunny day like this. And there's another feature is when the light, the brightness is very, very high or dark, is have an auto dimming feature, which speaking is will actually control the frame, the picture's lighting the feature, so it will adjust accordingly that you'll never be able to miss your frame, your shots, which is kind of cool. I'm trying to see if I can do it here, but it's not doing so I can demonstrate that right now. But overall, it definitely is a good monitor to consider. It's a $269, which is not very expensive at all. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video, and from the behind the scene, Nick is going to be editing this all together. Take care.